The £65 million midfielder now liked the tweet suggesting a Liverpool transfer awaits him. Liverpool are in the market for new midfielders in 2023 and are linked to a host of young hopes who can finally lift the big grey cloud that hangs over Anfield right now. After 17 top flights, Liverpool are in 6th place in the league table, losing to Brentford, Leeds United and Nottingham Forest, a position the club have not often found themselves in since Jürgen Klopp's arrival this season. The Merseysiders have had success with the German coach for more than half a decade. He has won numerous trophies, including his first Premier League title in 2020. That's why the Liverpool boss is a stranger to his situation. The squad structure leaves Klopp with the inexperienced choices of Fabrizio and the still incredibly young Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott. It is therefore admitted that Klopp requested an addition in January. One player who has been consistently linked with his transfer to Merseyside since the summer is Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Moises Caicedo. The Reds have linked numerous midfielders with Jude Bellingham and Enzo Fernandez, two of the most high-profile and expensive players to be named transfer targets. Naby Keita, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and James Milner are out of contracts this season, while the remaining midfielders Jordan Henderson and Thiago Alcantara are coming to the end of their careers. Described as top talent by journalist Roberto Rojas and a great athlete by South American expert Tim Vickery, the Ecuadorian player has become one of the hottest young contenders in the Premier League since joining the Seagulls in 2021. The 21-year-old has made 16 appearances this season, scoring 1 goal and 1 assist. He also achieved a magnificent form by catching a pass completion rate of 88%. On top of that, the Brighton player had a solid physical presence in the midfield. He made 1.4 interceptions, 2.9 tackles and won 5.8 duels per game. Caicedo has also outpaced his positional peers Henderson and Fabinho this season in a number of traits, including goal contributions, progressive passes completed, and goal-creating actions per 90 minutes. He also managed to beat the Liverpool midfield duo in tackles and interceptions, completed dribbles, air duels won and ball recoveries. Moises Caicedo, who plays for Brighton, liked a tweet suggesting he was preparing to sign for Liverpool. The 21-year-old has been heavily linked with the Reds in recent months as they seek midfield additions. And it's unlikely that the latest Twitter event will silence the rumour mill. Caicedo took the podium yesterday to present 2 Brighton-signed jerseys to his followers. In the comments, an account named Marcos Fabrizio SB saw fit to weigh the midfielder's future. He wrote, "Go on champ. Liverpool are waiting for you." Caicedo duly liked the article. It is really interesting. This isn't the first time Caicedo's social media activity has caused a stir in Liverpool. The Ecuadorian sparked excitement among Reds fans when he liked Cody Gakpo's latest Liverpool debut on Instagram. Of course, this may not mean anything. Caicedo has the right to respond to anyone who writes to it as it wishes. It's certainly possible that the Brighton man didn't read many of the comments he liked. However, given the large number of reports claiming to be followed by Liverpool, it seems unlikely that this was a bit of a coincidence. Moreover, after the price of Caicedo has now been reduced from £85 million to £65 million. Liverpool and Chelsea seem to be the two most determined to break it off from the South Coast. That still seems like a steep price for a player who has only played 24 Premier League games, but that's the market. Liverpool desperately need a player in the young players mould and he would be the perfect signing. However, it's clear that Caicedo will be a big upgrade for some midfielders preparing to stay at Anfield next season. If the club can buy their services in the current transfer window, they can reinvigorate not just their mid-court performances, but the team's entire campaign. Liverpool may have found Xherdan Shaqiri's heir. Liverpool will face Brighton twice this month if they beat the Wolves in their FA Cup rematch, and the South Coast side has become the perfect model for smaller clubs trying to establish themselves in the Premier League. Their hiring and sales were nearly immaculate, getting them into the first half of the top flight. Even Graham Potter's departure to Chelsea barely affected their position in the league. They recently sold Mark Cucurella for $75 million and Benjamin White for $61 million. It looks like Moises Caicedo and Alexis Mac Allister will be the next players to make a fortune for them. Maybe it's Leandro Trossard who is the exception to the rule. The 28-year-old Belgian's contract expires at the end of the season, although there is an option for Brighton to trigger. Trossard has had a brilliant season so far. He has already scored 7 goals and provided 2 assists in the Premier League alone this season. He also managed to score a hat-trick at Anfield. He also played for his country in the World Cup. According to the latest information, he has no intention of staying in Brighton beyond his current deal. In fact, Ben Jacobs has suggested that alongside Liverpool's manager, Manchester United, Spurs, Chelsea and Newcastle are among the clubs looking to sell his services. According to Sky Sports, Brighton plans to activate a 12-month extension on Trossard's contract, during which time the player will be tied to the club until the summer of 2024, when he turns 29. It will still be available for the right price. But Trossard seems eager to take the next step in his career. It stands out as a logical option, given that Liverpool lost their replacement options at Divock Origi and Takumi Minamino last summer without changing them. Able to play in various attacking positions and contribute to the score, Trossard can be a piece of the offensive puzzle for Liverpool with his Premier League experience. It is a ready and good option behind the original and first-choice ones. Additionally, with a lot of money to spend on their midfielders in the summer and young options like Ben Doak, he may not be ready to join Jürgen Klopp's offensive lineup regularly, while a mid-term addition like Trossard, Minamino or Jadon Shaqiri has successfully added depth in the past may be added as. Liverpool missed the young superstar. Liverpool are poised to miss a second signing of 18-year-old wondermaker Andreas Schjelderup. They claim that despite the Reds offering Noord-Zeeland a special project to sign Schjelderup, the player chose to join Benfica instead. The fee is said to be around £12.3 million and the young actor is ready to sign a 5.5-year deal in Lisbon. Representatives from Benfica will reportedly travel to Copenhagen this week to complete the transfer. As a result, Liverpool aren't the only club reportedly disappointed. Brentford is allegedly another club that has offered Schjelderup a specific project, while Sevilla reportedly had a £8.2 million offer rejected in the summer. Clubs in Belgium, the Netherlands and Germany are also allegedly showing interest, and all are said to be trying to persuade the youth to join them. But now Benfica is expected to win the race. Schjelderup is said to prefer Portuguese giants to teams like Liverpool because he is expected to play an important role in the team after signing. In March, the Norwegian claimed to have turned down a chance to join Liverpool in 2020. He told Goal that the Reds could only offer him a place on the academy side at the time. As he was only 16, this was understandable. However, Schjelderup wanted to play first-team football and chose to transfer to Denmark instead. In retrospect, it was a good move for him. The young striker has been a revelation for Noord-Zeeland this season after slowly settling into the senior picture. The player, who scored 10 goals in 17 games, is currently the top scorer of the Super League. It will be fascinating to see if he can maintain this form as he moves forward towards the Portuguese league. There are claims that Liverpool will continue to watch, often with their eyes fixed on developments in Portugal. At Estadio da Luz impressively, Schjelderup may have had the chance to relocate himself to Merseyside for the third time.